Hello, welcome to day 10 of the Times BFI 53rd London Film Festival. I'll shortly be speaking to actor David Morrissey, who makes his directional feature film debut with Don't Worry About Me. David Morrissey, hi, welcome. How are you doing?
I'm really well, how are you?
Good. So, Don't Worry About Me, based on The Pool, the play. I've read that the title is off the Joe Ramone song, is that the case? And if so, why?
What happens is there's a scene in the film where my leading actress, the Tina, character she plays, she's in a club and she's sitting there, and just above her is the Joey Ramone title, Don't Worry About Me. And it just encapsulated everything I needed from the film, really, and it seemed churlish not to use it as a title because it just said everything about it, really.
So what inspired you about the play to want to make it into a film?
Well, I was looking for a film that I could do at a certain budget. I needed I'd raised quite a bit of money, but not enough to do a big sort of CGI-like film. I was interested in character. There was I'd seen the play, and it was about two great characters, really. And so I mulled around with it a bit. It stayed in my head for a bit, and then I sat down with the two actors who also wrote it, and I just thought it could make a really great play, and it really did. It really, a really great film, and I really enjoyed it. It was a great experience for me.
And how are you finding this festival? Because obviously you're starring in Nowhere Boy. How does it compare directing?
It's a very different experience. I'm very proud to have the film playing at the LFF. It's a great festival. It's a festival that I've been to a lot as a punter, because when I first came to London it was on. And yeah, it's very different being a director to being an actor. It's very different nerves. It's all on my shoulders. I raise the money, and here I am premiering my film at the London Film Festival. So it's a big responsibility, and I think Nowhere Boy, which is closing the festival, I think I'll be able to relax and enjoy that in a very different way than tonight.
So, more films to direct? Have you got?
Yeah, we're hoping to get another film going in the new year. I've got a couple of projects as an actor I've got coming out and doing in the new year, but mostly I'm hoping to start shooting sort of probably about September next year. Yeah.
And how important was it having the film kind of based in Liverpool for you, because you're from there?
It was essential for me that it was based in Liverpool, because that's where my company is based. It's where I want work to go to. I love being in Liverpool. I find it a very filmic city. I also wanted to, having grown up there, I wanted to explore the city again. So it was really important for me that it was set there, and we filmed it all there with Liverpool crew, mostly Liverpool actors. So it was a really big thing for me.
And finally, what other films have you enjoyed here or hoping to see?
Well, I saw Fantastic Mr. Fox, which I thought was fantastic. I was going to say, I thought that was great, and I really like to see White Ribbon, and I'm looking forward to The Road as well, which is a very harrowing film. But I read the book, and I think it's a very important piece of work. And also there's a great film by Julian Temple, did two wonderful films, one about the Sex Pistols, one about Joe Strummer. And he's just done a third film all about Dr. Feelgood, and I'm really looking forward to that.
Thanks so much. Enjoy the festival.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
What were your first thoughts when David approached you about making the play, The Pool, into a film?
We couldn't believe it. He wrote us this sort of card on David Morrissey headed paper, and sort of said, would you like to meet and talk about writing a screenplay with a view to turning the material into a movie? And we just couldn't believe it. My mum had seen him when he came. She was there on the same night as he came to see the film, and she spent the whole night watching him, sort of looking at him down the road to see if he was laughing. But we didn't expect to hear anything like that from him, and it's been such a privilege, the whole experience, and such a pleasure.
I think your first thoughts were, oh my god, wasn't it? Something along those lines.
But Jamie not quite the same.
I didn't actually know who David was. So.
And how do you think it sort of fares to the play? Is it stayed, on a similar vein, or is it very different material now?
I think the characters are pretty much the same, aren't they? We've retained the essence of the characters completely, but the lots of the scenes take place in different locations, and I think you'd recognise certainly the film from the play. But it was an amazing experience to be able to write in more characters who we could now have different actors play. In the play we just described all the peripheral characters. It was all in verse, all the bits to the audience, all given in verse, describing the other characters, and to have those characters come to life in the film has been amazing.
And how did you come up with the original idea of the play anyway? I read that it was conceived at Edinburgh Fringe.
Yeah, that's right. It was born out of actually just sitting around, and it was very rainy that year. It was 2005, wasn't it? 6, and 2004. It's that long ago. Yeah, we were very poor. We didn't have any money to go and see anything, so we decided to start writing something. And I had a little idea, and I wanted to write a play in modern verse. And I just set off writing this thing and asked Helen to come and help me. And it was sort of born from that, really. I had this character very clearly in my mind, who I sort of based it on a few people that I've met over the years. And it's just sort of grew from there, really.
And he was called David?
He was called David. He wasn't actually, yeah, it was a coincidence actually. It wasn't named after David Morrissey, but yeah, it was a bit of a coincidence actually.
And obviously it's got different title, Don't Worry About Me. Do you think that works, having different title for the film to the play? Is that good?
Yeah, I think it was what they felt it needed. We showed the film to lots of people, and one of the main issues that the people had with it was its name, and I think they didn't want it to be specific necessarily to Liverpool, and lots of people as well don't know that the pool is Liverpool. To me, when I hear the pool, it says Liverpool. That's what my granny's generation would call Liverpool, but that doesn't translate to everyone, and I think we wanted it to be something clearer. And Don't Worry About Me is a nice name that we've sort of come to love, really.
Mm-hmm.
Well, are you joining the festival? Anything else you've seen?
Yeah, I saw Kicks the other night. I was interested to see the other Liverpool film in the festival, which was great. And they've got some of the same locations as us actually, so it's nice to see what they've done with them. And the scouting book for boys as well, amazing.
It's fantastic to be here. It's a real privilege to be here. We're extremely excited. And hopefully, the film's going on tour to few selected cinemas around the country, and then it's going to be on the BBC in February, and there's going to be a DVD release as well. So, it's all very exciting.
And what's next for you guys? What's your next project?
Well, we've been writing together a new project as well, and we've also got personal writing projects that we're doing. Helen's just got a small part in the new Clint Eastwood film, which is very exciting.
Very small.
And I've been quite busy because my wife's just had a baby, so that's sort of taken up quite a lot of my time. So,
Congratulations.
thank you very much.
Well, thanks so much. Thank you.